Guten Tag, good afternoon. My name is Beverly O'Regan Thiele, and I am fortunate enough to have the opportunity to direct this gem of a one-act play by the incredibly talented young playwright, Stephen J. Harris. When I first read the script, I was so taken with Stephen's ability to portray the melancholy of love, love between friends, and the love between family, not only with words spoken, but also with the many words unspoken. And I know the actors feel the same way as I do. I welcome you to Fidelio by Stephen J. Harris. The play is set in Vorarlberg, Österreich, in Austria in 1932. Today's incredible cast in order of appearance includes Charly Wenzel as Mathilda, Steve Saracino as Papa Otto, Benjamin T. Swanson as the title character Fidelio, and Connor Chase Stewart as Karl. I give you Fidelio.
Ich träumte von bunten Blumen, so wie sie wohl blühen im Mai. Ich träumte von grünen Wiesen, von lustigem Vogelgeschrei, von lustigem Vogelgeschrei.
What a day, isn't it? Mine hurts. You would have loved this day. The flowers are blooming all along the field. The ashes are green. The bees fill the air like little dots of color. And above it all, the king of flamingos draws his streaks across the burning sky. Oh, Elise, how you have loved this day. Do you remember in the spring of '97? You were working for Mrs. Washman, and I first saw you out in the garden. You were washing sheets in the sun. You didn't notice me at first. I almost dropped my basket. I was so enchanted by you. All I could do was stop and stare. I remember when you saw me and you gave me that look you used to give me. You know, the one where you furl your brow until it makes a circle. From that day on, I found every excuse to walk by Mrs. Washman's garden. No matter where I was supposed to go, no matter how far I went out of my way, I always made sure to pass that garden, hoping you'd be there. It's true. I almost got laid off for it too. I never told you that, but I did. Of course, you weren't always there, but that did not matter to me. Just a chance of seeing you. The next time I brought you those wildflowers, remember? I had picked them myself from Old Man Richard's fields. Or the time my mother had baked the pie and I snuck away a piece for you in my toolbox, remember? I snuck it to you in the toolbox and we sat under Mrs. Washman's tree, the old oak tree, facing the street, and we ate it. You had an apple that we shared. You cut it into pieces yourself. I have never tasted its like. Oh, and and we laughed. Oh, I remember we laughed a lot. Well, I guess we're not so young anymore, you and I. The garden is no more, and the apples do not taste as sweet as they used to. Nothing does, I assume. But I will not complain. I have had sweet apples before, cut by your beautiful hands, and one day I will have them again. And until then, I will be here, sharing beautiful days, such as this one.
Papa Otto.
What?
It's me, Papa Otto.
Is someone calling me?
Oh, look here, Papa Otto.
What is this?
The first edition. I told you all about it this morning.
Where are my reading glasses?
Oh. And look here. There's my name. Fidelio Hermann. Look.
I can't see anything.
They told me if I keep it up, I could have a small editorial soon. Maybe even own my own little column. Page 11, they said, Papa Otto. Page 11.
Look, just stop moving the page. I can't read it.
What do you think?
I think I'm not wearing my reading glasses. That, or your newspaper is printed in symbols.
Sorry, Papa Otto. Wait a moment.
Fidelio, I told you not to slam the door.
Sorry.
What are you doing?
Where are Papa Otto's glasses?
Well, on his little table, like always.
I wonder where she put them this time.
Papa, come inside. The sun is already setting. I don't want you out in the cold.
Well, I'm fine, Liebchen. A little crisp air is good for the soul.
It's gonna keep you up all night with a cough. Come on, come inside. Fidelio!
Sorry, Mama.
Do you want to buy me new hinges?
Look, Mama, the first edition.
Yeah, I don't see your name in it.
Oh, last page.
Where?
Right there.
Oh, editorial assistant. Assistant.
Right?
What is an editorial assistant? Assistant.
I assist the assistant editor.
Translate, please.
I assist him with assisting the editor.
What exactly do you do?
I can't find Papa Otto's glasses anywhere.
Look at the bottom drawer.
I am looking.
Is Karl also going to work at the newspaper?
Not in your wildest dreams.
Oh, a shame. He has such beautiful handwriting.
The paper is not handwritten, Mother. Besides, Karl's head is not made to stare at blank pages all day.
So is that what you do?
Sometimes.
And what do you do the other times?
I cannot find them anywhere. Where could they be?
Do you want me to look?
No, I got it.
My boy's name in a real newspaper. Who would have thought?
Finally.
Did you find them?
No. I was simply waiting to see if you would say anything about the paper.
I said something about it.
Yes, but you didn't seem very excited.
What do you expect? Should I do somersaults?
You could start by not questioning everything.
I was curious. I know nothing about this world.
Granted, but there is a very fine line between question and criticism, and I can tell one from the other.
Are you sure about that?
There it is again.
Really?
All right. I've heard enough.
Come on now, don't be like that.
I don't want to be ridiculed, not when I have finally managed to accomplish something.
I was just teasing you, Chetian. I'm very proud of you. My son's name in the newspaper, who would have thought? Just wait until the neighbors hear about that.
I'm not sure they can read.
Shush. It's rude to talk about people that way,
Even if it's true.
especially then.
I can't find these glasses anywhere.
I don't know what the whole ruckus is about. Look, I just want some peace and quiet.
Papa,
What now?
look at your hand.
Oh, I see. Now, how did they get there?
I told you to leave them on the table.
I thought I had.
You're a real jokester, Papa Otto. You have me looking like a fool, searching all over the place for the glasses.
I'm sorry, mein Junge.
It's all right. Now, put them on quick. You have to see this.
Don't bother Papa Otto. It's getting dark. We should go inside. It's dinner time.
But Karl was going to come in.
Never mind that. Go set the table. You can show it to Papa Otto after dinner. Do you need help, Papa?
I've still got a heartbeat, don't I?
Sure, but I don't want to hear you complaining about the step again.
When have I ever complained to you?
I'll go set up the kettle.
What do you say, Elise? Same time tomorrow?
Papa!
I will see you there.
Der Straße her ein Posthorn klingt. Was hat es, dass es so hoch aufspringt, mein Herz?
I'm here. I'm so sorry.
I know. I can see.
Did you wait long?
No moment is ever long with my Schiller.
Are you still reading that?
Professor Einstein says we should stay connected with our history.
But you're a chemist.
Chemist to be.
A horseshoe is a horseshoe, bent or not.
Nevertheless, he thinks even scientists should know about the classics.
What does he teach again?
Mathematics, but word around campuses, he used to aspire to the linguistics department.
Why is he teaching maths then?
What do I know?
I don't know.
Ha! First day at work and you're already a bloodhound. I'm sorry to disappoint you, mein Lieber, but you will find no headlines here.
Bloodhound to be.
I see your wit is as sharp as ever. You did it! You actually did it! Congratulations!
I know. Can you believe it?
Of course I can. I saw it with my own two eyes. Editorial assistant looks good on you.
Well, thank you.
Although, let's hope it doesn't stick.
What do you mean?
I mean, I hope that you won't have to carry that title for long and can move up to a title more deserving of your intellect. Editor-in-chief, for example.
You're very kind.
I'm simply pointing out the obvious.
This isn't the Institute, Karl. Everyone has decades of experience on me.
I know, but you're a coffee runner.
Coffee runner for now.
You're probably smarter than half of them put together.
Be that as it may, smarts alone won't get you far outside the academia.
Yeah, and even there, they won't get you halfway to Salzburg.
You should come by sometime. See how honest folk work.
Spare me with your honest folk. Nothing is worse than active ignorance.
Professor Ehrenstein?
Goethe.
I never cared for his later works.
You've hardly read his later works.
I love his Werther.
Oh, you are such a romantic.
Are you truly happy about the newspaper?
Of course I am. I've been parading my brilliant journalist friend all over campus.
Are you kidding?
Not in the slightest. Mentioned you to anyone who would listen. Just you wait until your first column gets published. Your sales will go through the roof.
What did I do to deserve you?
If you ever find out, please let me know.
Did you bring your car?
It is in my car.
Correction. Did you bring your father's car?
He is not my father.
Oh, semantics. Important question. Do we have a motor vehicle at our disposal for tonight?
That we do.
Wonderful. Then what are we waiting for?
Nothing. It's just.
What?
Well, hello? Why the rush? Can't a man just be without wanting?
A man can, but a man isn't. What is the matter?
Nothing. It is all just seeming to.
I will not have you lie to me on my veranda. Out with it.
Can't get anything past you, can I?
I know you too well.
Yes, that's true.
So, out with it.
All right. I didn't want to intrude on our celebrating of your new job, so I was going to wait until tomorrow.
Yes.
All right. So, as you know, I've been mentioned favorably in all my courses, specifically the laboratory courses.
Naturally.
And my stepfather was talking to a friend of his in America about me. His friend runs a factory that works with chemicals of some kind, and they are in dire need of scientists for their research and development department.
Oh my.
Well, that's not even the best part. My stepfather informed him that I am not a full-fledged chemist just yet, and that I will need to complete my education before I can undertake such a challenge. You will not believe what the man said next.
Don't make me wait. Speak.
He, of course, agreed, but mentioned that there are some wonderful universities close to his factory, and that he would be more than happy to take me on as an apprentice of sorts while I finish up my studies there. He even offered to pay for my education.
Wait, what are you saying?
I'm going to America, Fidelio. America! Can you believe it?
I can't. I mean, congratulations. It's just somewhat unexpected.
Imagine what I felt like.
I can see you being excited by this.
Well, what's with the scowl, friend? This is wonderful news.
Oh. Yes, certainly.
America!
When are you leaving?
Well, there isn't an exact date yet, but latest by early July. The man wants me to start during my break. That way I can be up to speed by the time my classes start.
It's May.
Yes, it's all happening so fast. It's almost breathtaking.
How long will you be gone for?
I'm not sure. But let's not dwell on the negatives. This is a cause for celebration.
Yes, surely.
Come on, friend. Let us go to the fair and drink until the tables turn.
It's just that I will miss you a lot.
And I will miss you, mein Liebe. But we can write each other letters, and I will visit when I can.
How does one even get to America?
By boat, I would imagine.
And with the state of the world, do you really think it's a good idea to go right now?
The state of the world is always bad. I cannot let this opportunity slip away.
What did your parents say about you moving across the ocean?
Well, my mother cried from joy when she heard it, and at least she said it was joy.
She cried?
People can cry for any reason, my Liebe, but no crying for us. Not today. That will come later. Besides, with me not being around as much, it's time you made some new friends.
Excuse me?
Well, the thought of you sitting all alone in front of your printing press day and night, it makes me quite sad. So I want to make sure you are properly cared for when I am overseas.
I'm perfectly happy with the friends that I have. Thank you very much.
Really? Really? And who do you have besides me?
There's Martin from the office.
Why is this the first I'm hearing of this Martin?
We just met. He cuts paper reams.
And he's your friend?
Yes.
I thought you just met him.
So we can be friends.
Surely. Although I wonder what your friend Martin, who cuts the paper reams, has to do with our trip to the fair.
I don't think I'm in the mood for the fair anymore.
Are you going to make me go to the fair by myself? Well, that seems quite sad to me. Doesn't that strike you as sad?
We could stay here for a while.
Fidelio.
Why not? We like it here. We spent so many afternoons on this veranda. We could pretend like it's old times.
Mein Liebe.
You get out your Schiller. I go get my poems that I've been reading, and we just stay here for a while.
I'm not leaving for America tonight.
Well, you might as well be. After you have placed the elephant so skillfully into the room.
I understand that this is sudden. Believe me, it is sudden for me too, and I will miss you just as much, but
Sure you will.
You do not need to worry, mein Lieber. I will not forget about you, and you won't forget about me, all right?
I don't think I ever could.
Neither could I, friend. Neither could I.
All right. Yes, you're right. Let's go to the fair.
There he is. Let us drink, mein Lieber, and rejoice in the merits of lost youth and the heavenly nectar of opportunity.
Yes, a drink would be nice.
Just picture it. A few years from now, me, a hotshot inventor and scientist, and you, the editor-in-chief of the most prestigious newspaper in the whole wide world.
I'm not sure the Vorarlberger Allgemeiner is famous enough for that.
You have to dream, friend, dream.
But I'm awake.
All the more reason to dream.
If you say so.
I don't just say so. I mean it.
Well, be careful up there.
Repeat after me. I, Fidelio, promise that for one night,
I
will put all my fears aside and act solely
and properly
in my own best interest.
And
I solemnly swear
to
be up to mischief and mayhem until the clock strikes 9. And I promise to think less and dream more. There we go. To dreamers.
Am Brunnen vor dem Tore, da steht ein Lindenbaum. Ich träumt in seinem Schatten so manchen süßen Traum. Ich schnitt in seine Rinde so manches liebe Wort. Es zog in Freud und Leiden zu ihm mich immer fort. Well, look who has decided to grace us with his presence.
Please, Mother, I am not in the mood to play games today.
Do I sound like I'm playing games? Where were you?
Please, Mother, just let me pass.
Your mother's exactly what I am, and as such, I am entitled to know about your whereabouts.
I was at work.
Again?
Yes, again. Believe it or not, the newspaper prints every day.
That's unacceptable, even on Sundays?
Last I checked, the world does not cease its rotation on Sunday, and neither does our printing press.
And when were you planning to spend some time with your mother?
I do not set my own hours, Mama.
Well, you were just promoted.
Yes, but I still do not own the paper.
No, it's completely unacceptable. I will write to your superiors. This is untenable.
Please don't do that, Mother.
What, are there no God-fearing men at your newspaper?
Of course there are.
Well, then they should know better than to work on a Sunday.
I am sure God appreciates his Sunday morning newspaper as much as everyone else.
No, I will not have you take the Lord's name in vain. I raised you better than that.
Well, maybe it's time I raised myself.
What is that supposed to mean?
It is supposed to mean that this house is becoming too small for the three of us. And since I do not expect any of us to shrink in the coming weeks, it seems to me that the simplest solution is to find my own place.
Your own place? Where would that be?
A colleague of mine is renting out his attic. I can start there and move on up once my salary allows it.
Fidelio, what is the matter with you? Where's all of this coming from?
It's coming from a place of great sanity and calm. I love you, Mother, and nothing will ever be able to change that. But I have outgrown this house. It is high time for me to leave the nest. Can't you see that?
I cannot believe this. After all I've done for you, this is how you repay me.
I'm not trying to hurt you.
You could have fooled me.
Mother, I'm trying to do what is best for both of us. All of us. You had always taught me to stand up for what I believe in. Well, I believe in this, and I would like your blessing.
My blessing.
I want you to allow me to leave. I do not want to worry about you when I'm gone.
Is it so hard to spare a thought for your mother?
Mama, I am not leaving the continent. I am merely leaving this house. I will not be far, and I will visit whenever I can.
Did Karl put you up to this?
What? No, of course not.
Has he been filling your head with nonsense? With false musings of freedom? He has, hasn't he?
Mama, you're being unreasonable.
I always knew it would come to this. I never trusted him for a second.
Karl is all the way across the ocean. He has nothing to do with this.
Well, good for him. Let him go and frolic across the sea like the pompous, good-for-nothing he was born to be. He has no idea what it means to raise a son, a family.
Nobody ever claimed he did.
Well, so then why is he inserting himself now?
He isn't.
This must all seem so trivial to him. His deadbeat father abandons them, and his mother turns around and marries the biggest tire manufacturer in all of Austria.
Will you listen to me? Karl has nothing to do with this.
You never used to lie to me, and I won't have you start now.
Mama, I'm not lying to you.
Don't take that tone with me, child.
I'm not a child anymore.
You are while you're living under my roof.
And you ask me why I'm leaving.
So you are leaving me.
Oh, that is not what I meant.
No, go on then. Don't let me keep you. Go and enjoy your freedom. Spare no thought for your poor mother, who has given everything for you.
I don't want to, Mama, not like this.
Well, unfortunately, you can't always have it your way in this life.
Why can't you just support me for once in my life?
Support you?
Yes. I'm going out into the world. I'm finally making something of myself, and all you seem to do is question me at every turn.
I won't listen to this.
Running away only proves my point.
I don't know why you're doing this. I don't know you like this.
You never tried to get to know me.
Stop it.
You don't even see me for who I am. In your eyes, I'm still a child, and that is all I'll ever be to you.
That's not true. I have given you everything.
And yet, you never asked me what I wanted.
Well, nobody asked me either. Do you think it was easy to raise you all by myself? Your father promised he'd come back from the front, and he promised it in every single letter, but all I got was a handkerchief and a stupid medal. And your grandpa, he had to go too, and your grandma died. I was all alone in the world, and I raised you anyway. I made sure you had the life I always dreamed of. And what do I receive in return? You come to me, standing on the feet I helped you stand on, in front of the house I built for you. And you just toss me aside like a filthy rag. Right, leave then. Leave. when you see Karl, you tell him. You tell him that this is the life we are cursed to live. And who the hell is he to open his mouth?
I'm sorry, Mother. I didn't mean.
I know.
If I had known what.
I didn't want you to know.
You had never told me about Papa.
It doesn't matter now.
I would like to hear more. Please.
What would you like to know?
What was he like?
Kind. He had strong hands from working with his father in his shop. They made shoes. But he also had soft, gentle hands. I still haven't seen the like.
How did you meet him?
Well, your grandpa, he used to go there to have his shoes fixed. And one day he sent me to pick up a pair, and your father was the only one working. He was an outrageous flirt. He had a way with words. Well, I didn't care for it at first, but it grew on me.
Did you know then that you would marry him?
Nowhere near. It wasn't like that for us. It seldom is in my experience. You know, true love isn't something you fall into. It is something you ease into bit by bit.
When did you know you loved him?
I don't know when it happened. I just know that one day I realized that I did. And we got married not long after.
You're not making it sound very exciting.
Life isn't like your stories, mein Schatz.
How do you realize whether you're in love or not?
Well, there is no science to it. Once you feel it, you know that you feel it. Fancies come and go by the dozen, but if you truly feel love in your heart, you will recognize it instantly and without fail.
What made you realize it?
Herzchen, you're trying to put words to something that is impossible to pin down. Solution is not in a book or a single sentence.
How am I supposed to know if I'm truly in love?
You will, mein Herz, you will. Mein Schatz, you are young, and all you can think of is yourself. But one day, someone will come along and you'll find that you are thinking more of them than of yourself. And that giving to them is easier than taking for yourself. And you know you would do anything it takes to make them happy. And this is how you know.
I will stay here with you, Mama.
I would like that. Just for a little while.
For as long as you like.
All right, enough chatting. I'll make us some dinner.
Thank you, Mama.
Oh, and before I forget, there is a letter for you on the table. Schreib im Vorübergehen ans Tor dir gute Nacht, damit du mögest sehen, an dich hab ich gedacht.
20th of oh. Hello there, Fidelio. What are you reading?
Nothing. Just a letter from Karl, all the way from America.
America. Oh my.
Yes, he's been writing me ever since he left.
That's very nice of him.
I think so too.
So, what does it say?
Oh, lots of things.
For example,
He started working at a factory that is sponsoring his stay there. He's helping them develop new materials that can store food for longer.
and has he found the solution yet?
Not yet, but he's trying. He has a lot going on. He's been finishing up his studies at a local university. He says it's very nice there, that the students are very welcome, and there are a lot of people who speak German there. All the classes are in English, so he has to work a lot to catch up.
I can only imagine. I tried to learn English once.
Really?
Yes, a long time ago. I was working for a man who did business with London. I had to manage his books. Sometimes people from London would come to the office to meet with him. I used to try to eavesdrop, but I didn't understand the word at first.
Did you manage to learn it?
Enough to understand that what they were talking about wasn't very interesting.
Huh.
Well, what else does he write?
He says he has exciting news.
And so,
In my studies, I have met the most extraordinary woman. Her name is Mary, the American to our Maria, and let me tell you, she is one of a kind, lieber Fidelio. We have had countless wonderful conversations, talking of life, philosophy, art, science. Seems as if there wasn't a thing she didn't know. After a few months of courting, she introduced me to her father, a jeweler, and I asked for her hand in marriage. Mein lieber Freund, she said yes. By all the lucky stars in the sky, she said yes. We will be wed later this fall. Oh, how I wish you could be there to see it. I know you could have had your commitments, but it would mean more to me than you could know if you could be there. I want you to meet her. She is truly a wonder, Mary Fitzotto. Can you believe it, Fidelio? Me, a married man. Only Professor Ernstein could see me now. An academic's life is a solitary life. You must choose the academia or the gentler sex. You cannot possibly have both. Serves him right.
married. Oh boy, that was rather quick, wasn't it? Fidelio?
Sure was.
I wonder what his mother thinks about the whole affair.
I'm sure she's overjoyed. Why shouldn't she be?
Unfortunately, it's not that simple.
What do you mean?
Well, my Junga, sit down over here, won't you? You see, love is a fickle thing. It's never simple, it's never straightforward. It takes any and every possible twist and turn. It'll inspire you to the greatest heights and push you to the lowest lows, lower than you thought you could ever sink. But in all that, it is beautiful. It is the reason we raise our heads from our pillows in the morning, and it's the reason we lay them down at the end of the day. There is nothing in the world more radiant than the joy you feel when you feel true love and see it fulfilled, grow and flower beyond your wildest expectations. And yet, love's secret thorns will prick you the moment you least expect it. And there is nothing more hurtful than seeing your love unfulfilled, to see it passed on to someone else. I loved your Oma from the day I met her, and I loved her more than I ever imagined I could love anyone. But I was not the only one to fall for her, not when I knew her. And let me tell you, oh, I boiled. Not at her, but at all the men who courted her, showered her with gifts, poems, and all the other things I couldn't give her. And I boiled hotter than a kettle on a gas furnace. I wanted them all out of the way. I wanted her all to myself. Oh, what's wrong, mein Junge? Why are you crying? Oh, look, it's just an old story from an old man. No reason to get worked up.
What did you do?
What do you mean?
To the other suitors of Oma. What did you do to them?
Nothing. I got over it at some point, once we had married.
But you said you'd burnt like a kettle. Didn't you want to stop them from being with her?
No, of course I did, mein Junge. Of course I did. Love's thorns had me well pricked, I can assure you, but you cannot give in to their desires. Thoughts will creep, and let them if they please. But you cannot let that change you. That is not love. Love trusts. Love perseveres. And in my case, love had a lot of growing up to do. Here, take this.
Thank you, Papa Otto. How long did you wait for Oma?
No, not too long, a few weeks, months, I forget. It felt like the longest weeks of my life, every moment stretched as far as it could go. But now, I don't remember any of that. I just remember her smile, the apples.
I wish I could remember Oma. She sounds wonderful.
That she was, mein Junge. That she was.
I will wait, just like you did.
I know you will.
However long it takes.
Oh, to be young again.
You're a lot younger than you think you are, Papa Otto.
Oh, only in my heart, mein Junge, only in my heart.
Better in the heart than anywhere else.
Ah, here, here.
Seems like I also have some growing up to do, don't I?
No rush. You're a lot closer than you think, mein Freund. You are doing just fine.
If you say so.
Yes.
Do you think you could teach me English?
What do you want to learn English for?
Well, if I'm going to a wedding this fall, I better start early.
I'm not sure I remember all that much of it, mein Junge.
It doesn't have to be much, Papa Otto. Just enough to get by.
Die Liebe liebt das Wandern, Gott hat sie so gemacht. Von einem zu dem anderen, mein Liebchen, gute Nacht.
Thank you all so much for being here, and thank you all so much for watching. And for to the actors, of course, thank you so much for your hard work. Thank you, Beverly, for bringing together this amazing cast and for directing us, being our fearless leader. That was Fidelio. Also, thank you, of course, to HB Studio for having us and allowing us and me to bring this sweet little play to this space. And yeah, thank you all so much for being here. Have a wonderful day.
You guys were awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome.
Thank you.
Good night, everyone.